Whoa. Have you liked the video? Are you subscribed to the channel? Why not? Why aren't you doing that? Do that right now. Welcome back to another video. That's what I'm going to leave as the intro. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the top 10 most expensive movies of all time. Estimates. Estimates? How do I put that? The numbers are estimates, okay? The numbers are estimates. It's possible that they used more than what they said they used to make these movies. I guess you could be like, oh, I spent like 300 million to make this movie when you only spend 250, because it makes it seem like the movie's gonna be more great. But then if it fails, it's gonna be even worse. It's like you spend 300 million on this garbage. That's the whole reason I wanted to make this video, is because of a movie that they spent 320 million to make that was horrible. Like, it's called Electric State. It's on Netflix. If you want to watch it, you can go watch The Electric State. It's on Netflix, starring Chris Pratt and who else? Millie Bobby Brown. I think Anthony Mackie is also a character, but yeah, it doesn't matter. He's a robot. They like disguise his voice to be a robot, so whatever, Anthony. No one cares about you. Nah, that's my Captain America. Goddamn. The Electric State did not even crack the top 10. I was very surprised. When did movies start costing so much to make? I remember like Marvel was putting out like banger after banger, grossing billions and billions of movies that were only costing like 200 million to make. Which I'm saying it's only like, but it was a lot of money. It was stupid amounts of money, but those were like big budget movies. And now I'm discovering that that's low. That's not even top 20. 200 mil is not top 20. That's not enough to get you into the top 20 most expensive movies to make ever. Number 10. Number 10. Yeah, number 10 is Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania. $330 million. Made in 2023. I don't know why it cost that much money to make this movie. Honestly, they could have cut a lot of the special effects shit out and make this movie cheaper. Probably would have made it better also, cause like the creatures that were down in the creatures that became friends with Scott and his daughter, that were down in the quantum verse. Why didn't they call it a quantum verse or something? Why Quantum Mania? Sounds like WrestleMania. Sounds ridiculous. Special effects for Kang look they didn't even look all that good, especially on his face. Yeah, his suit. The special effects for MODOK. Oh, horrible. That needed like 100 mil just dedicated to that. Why was it so bad? It was so bad. But they spent 300 million on this movie to give us that crap MODOK. There was Giant Man, there was Ant-Man, but Ant-Man and Wasp cost like significantly less than this. And there was Giant Man in that. And there was Giant Man in that, like Ant-Man. There was like small cars, big. There was a lot of special effects in that also. Waste of money, waste of a movie, waste of Kang. Now Jonathan Majors is in jail. Now we're getting Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr. is back. I don't know how much that's gonna cost to make. Probably like $500 million. It probably won't. It'll cost less than Ant-Man. Number 9. Number 9 is 2022's Avatar: The Way of the Water, with an estimate 350 mil. But also, I think I read the article or something that said possibly cost like 460 or 446. It was 460 or 446 million to make, or 350 mil. It was between 350 million and 460, which is a big discrepancy. It's $110 million discrepancy that is just possibly there and not there. People are using these movies to launder money. That's Avatar. I didn't like the first Avatar movie all that much. I mean, it was okay. I felt like it was definitely overhyped. It was overhyped. I feel like it was like a standard movie, standard in terms of storytelling. Special effects was special. They were quite special, especially for the time. I never got to see it in theater though. Maybe that's the difference. That's the big difference, because people were like really going wild for it. That saw it in the theater. They said it was a whole another experience, and I think it was 3D also. I don't know. I don't know. It was a gross like $2 billion also. That's great. Cause the first one grossed 2 billion, the second one grossed 2 billion. That's one of the highest grossing franchises ever with 2 freaking movies in it. So unfair. So Zoe Saldana making more money. She'll get to like Samuel L. Jackson. She'll probably surpass him at one point. The highest grossing movie star of all time. Because she got the Avatar movies making billions. She got the Avengers movies making billions. Guardians of the Galaxy movies making almost billions. The Star Trek movies were a disappointment. Though. So sad. She was really good in them. But they didn't make the money that they expected them to make. Number 8, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, $351 million, released in 2022. This movie also had like sort of kind of trash special effects in a lot of parts. It's like Marvel movies, like the amount of money to make them has gone up, but like the quality of them has gone down. What is up with that? That is insane. It's so hard just to get your special effects. Like you used to get them right before. Do the same thing again. Do the same thing that you were doing all the time. Why you change it up? Why are you shooting a dead horse? That's not. Why are you checking? No. What is the saying? Why are you looking a gift horse in the mouth? Is that the saying? That sounds weird. Strange in Multiverse. I liked it. I liked Wanda. I liked Villain Wanda, even though it should have been like an Avengers level threat. She should have been an Avengers level threat. But it was like Kang should have been an Avengers level threat, but he was just being fought by Ant-Man and some ants from the Marvel. That's the things that Marvel has been doing post Endgame. Just whatever crap they want, they're just throwing it at you, just throwing it. Throw money at the problem instead of hard work, I guess, and like actual talent. I don't know. Let's move on from that. Oh no, that's more Marvel. 2019 Avengers Endgame, 356 million. Okay, it cost 5 million more to make Endgame than Multiverse of Madness. That's insane. That can't be right. Definitely cannot be right. Avengers Endgame had like 700 people in it. That's another like 600,000 CGI characters. Avengers Endgame had like Fat Dog. Come on, that probably cost quite a bit of money just to do that prosthetic. Come on. That was the 5 million more. Avengers Endgame still had like that hour-long battle at the end of the movie with all of the heroes once again, and it had that girl team up that everyone loved. Endgame was great. Endgame, however much you needed to spend to make Endgame, I would never have had a problem with it. It could have cost 400 million. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That was an amazing movie. Avengers Infinity War did not make the top 10 though. Ant-Man and Wasp, Doctor Strange, Avengers Endgame, and Age of Ultron all made the top 10, but Infinity War did not. So Infinity War cost less to make than Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Cost less to make Infinity War than it did Multiverse of Madness. That is stupid. What are you doing, Marvel? I think it's because Kevin Feige is in charge of everything now. He needs to stop. He needs to like take a step back. It needs to stop being a Kevin Feige production, okay? You work better from a distance. Make it be whoever the director is of the movie, that it's their production. It's their thing. Let them do their thing. Let them make good movies again. God damn. Work on building the universe. Working on making a plan so you can get to where you need to be, and like delegate. Give your directors their full control and let them make the movies that they want. 2015's Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron cost $365 million to make. It cost more to make Age of Ultron than it did Endgame. Age of Ultron did not gross more than Endgame. Age of Ultron did not gross more than the first Avengers, which you spend so much more money to make it, but it grows like less than the first Avengers. So what was the point? What was the point of that? I will say I thought of Age of Ultron as much worse before, and now I watch it and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I overreacted earlier on when I was watching it. Even like, I guess stuff like Wakanda Forever. I watched it the first time and I was like, it's cool, but it wasn't all that. And then I watched it again and I'm like, no, it's really good. It's really good. It's much better than I thought on first watch. But that just might be like some Stockholm syndrome or something. Number 5, halfway through the list. Number 5, 2011's Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides cost $379 million to make. It's 50 million of that went to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp? Yeah, he is Johnny Depp, right? I remember the last time I said the man's full name. Goddamn. Johnny Depp, one of the greatest actors of all time, winning the greatest lawsuit of all time. How are you going to talk about Johnny Depp without speaking about his lawsuit against Amber Heard? How could you do that? How could you do that to him? Anyway, this is the most expensive Pirates of the Caribbean movie, even though it doesn't have Will or Elizabeth in it. How are you gonna make a Pirates movie without Will or Elizabeth? You should just quit after day one coming back. Just quit. Just stop making it. No one needs them, okay? They decided to replace Will and Elizabeth with like a priest and a mermaid. Also, Penelope Cruz shows up in this one. Is that why this thing's so expensive? Penelope Cruz dressed up as a man. Plus side, it did gross like a ridiculous amount of money. I think over $1 billion. So that's a good thing, man. I enjoyed it. Sort of, kind of, yeah. It's been a while since I watched it. It's been like forever since I watched it. I watched the first 3 like almost constantly, almost every like bi-yearly on Stranger Tides, and the other one I don't even remember the 5th one. Something whatever. They wanted to make another one. Johnny was like, no, Disney needs to come out and apologize to me for cutting ties with me and all that after Amber Heard accused me of doing stuff, even though he was like, I didn't do the stuff. They were like, we don't care. Same reason that James Gunn went to DC and went and made a whole bunch of movie money for them, making the Suicide Squad, because Disney decided to distance himself from James Gunn after he was accused or whatever. People found tweets of his from 10 years ago and were like, oh, James Gunn, be hateful now. Disney was like, oh, we don't like him either. Like us. Moving on. Number 4, Fast X, released in 2023, cost $379 million to make. And Fast and Furious, I would be like, oh my god, how are they gonna spend that much money on a movie that's made about racing cars? It's about racing. It's about racing cars and like undercover cops. That's ridiculous now. At this point, that's not what it's about. They're building fucking spaceships, then they're going up to space, and they fighting aliens, and they're stopping like whole governments, I guess, nuclear wars. They're driving cars into thing. They're driving cars into nuclear bombs and like, blowing them up and saving the world. That's the type of stuff they're doing. Oh, the last one I watched was like 8, I think, properly. 9 maybe like a little bit, like some of it. Didn't watch no Hobbs and Shaw. Didn't watch 10. Won't watch 11 probably either. Maybe if I'm bored one of these days I'll do it. It'll be a fun watch. I don't hate the Fast and Furious franchise. I like it. It's fun. It's like it's there. It had a good run and then it changed itself. It morphed. It ate itself and became something greater. Something that grosses more money at the box office, obviously. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at an artist like reinventing themselves when they can see that they can reach new heights going in a different direction. Even mad. I'm not even mad at it. I'm not even mad. Something I am mad at though. What a segue. 2019, number three, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. $416 million to make. Absolute garbage. Absolute trash. I just said like I don't hate the Fast and Furious series. I don't. I don't think there's ever been a movie that I hate. Except for this one, Rise of Skywalker. I hate this movie. I hate it. Like it's the worst thing. I feel like it's a personal attack against me. Considering the fact like I do love Star Wars and I watched all the movies. I watched Clone Wars. I watched Rebels. I was watching The Mandalorian and everything, and then I even like a lot of people hated The Last Jedi. I was like, no, it's good, it's good. It's good. It's not that bad, man. There was some bad parts of it, but I was like, it's not that bad. Rise of Skywalker was the worst thing to ever happen to Star Wars. People were like sad about Jar Jar Binks. They're like, look at this character sucks. They're like, he's horrible. He's ruining Star Wars. Rise of Skywalker ruined Star Wars. Like I stopped watching Star Wars for like a while after that. There were like new shows. There was like new seasons of the Mandalorian. There was Boba Fett. There was Andor. There was the Kenobi series. Whatever. I stopped. I didn't watch any of it. I was so mad. I only got back into watching when Ahsoka came out. Because when I saw the Ahsoka trailer at my cousin's house, actually, and I saw that the characters from Rebels were gonna be in it. I was like, oh goddamn, now I gotta watch. Now I gotta watch that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It was a waste of money. It was a waste of money, a waste of time, waste of actors, directors. JJ Abrams, why do you suck so much, JJ Abrams? Number two is 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom costs 432 million to make. Seems a bit excessive. Seems like super excessive considering the fact that like, okay, the first part of the movie, alright, is actually on the dinosaur island, and they're getting dinosaurs like off the island because like volcano's gonna explode. I'm explaining it to people that have already watched the movie. Probably not. I'm probably not explaining it to anyone. But yeah, it was. It was actually. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the second part a whole lot more because. And yeah, I was saying about the budget. The first half, yeah, it makes sense that that would be expensive. The second half is just in a mansion with like a little girl and like one and a few dinosaurs like running around, but they don't really get shown all too much. There's just like the one Indoraptor, Indo Velociraptor, whatever the fuck, whatever they are. The miniature version of that big dinosaur in the first one, basically, and it's running around trying to kill them and stuff. And actually, it's like so small scale. So why would it cost 432 million to make? That makes no sense. I guess everything did look really realistic and really good in it. So and it also grossed a good amount of money. So another one. Really enjoyed the second half of this movie. It felt like what I always wanted from a Resident Evil movie. Because it's like it's in this mansion. It's they like running around. They going into rooms. They finding out different stories. There's a little girl that's actually a clone of a girl that lived before. There's an old man that died recently. Like everything, there's a monster on the loose that they have to like hunt down. That's hunting them, and they have to like escape it, or also try and figure out a way to defeat it. It's literally a freaking like Resident Evil guy. It's what a Resident Evil movie should be like. Hmm. But we never get that. We never ever got that. We just get the crap that they give us. The Resident Evil series, Netflix series, horrible. That new Resident Evil movie was it could have been good, but it wasn't. It was bad. It was terrible. All the Mila Djokovic movies that just did their own thing. They were like this is the game. This is what you want. This is not what we're gonna give you. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, that it doesn't really make sense that it will cost that much, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. One 2015's The Force Awakens, Star Wars The Force Awakens, $447 million. $447 million for The Force Awakens. You see what J.J. Abrams does? Spends so much money to make. Oh, but The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens. The best part of the best parts of The Force Awakens are the parts that they literally stole from A New Hope. And there's so many. It's like J.J. Abrams can't do an original movie. He can't. Even like the best parts of his like Star Trek movies are stuff that he stole from the original Star Trek movies. But anyway, 447 million. This movie looked incredible. It looked absolutely stunning. Like, yeah, I can't deny that. I cannot deny it. Costume design on point, amazing. The droids, the starships, everything, the lightsabers, everything looked incredible. So we can't get too mad at it. But it just built a freaking bigger Death Star. It's the plot. The plot we can get mad at. Plot ridiculous, stupid. Well, not stupid. It was good when it was done back in 1979. Okay, now you're just coming over here and you're doing it again. You're just doing it again. Do an original movie. That's your list. That's your list. Oh, and I wanted to do like an honorable mention for 2025's Snow White, which is 20th on the list. Yeah, beat out like almost all the old Marvel movies because it cost $269 million to make a Snow White movie. Freaking musical. Zoe Zegler Snow White movie. But it's CGI dwarves. I think I saw CGI dwarves in it, like the trailer or something, right? I don't know. I didn't watch the full trailer. Maybe I was watching someone's video on it or something, and I saw CGI dwarfs. That movie's making negative. It's losing money. It's not making nothing in the box office, and they spend so much money making. And it was all due to sexist fans, sexist, racist. Why you fans are like that? Huh? Why you have to kill Gal Gadot like a murderer or whatever? What did they say about Gal Gadot? About her supporting Israel? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not even a political person anyway. Anyway, that was your video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you enjoyed watching me go through this list of movies that cost more than my life. See you in the next one. Yeah, freaks.